Yes, good evening everybody and welcome to the BFL Footy Show for another week, proudly supported by McDonald's Ballarat and also Ballarat Toyota. Shawnee, welcome aboard once again, mate.
Thanks, mate. Great to see you here. And you've had a bit of makeup done. You've gone into hair and makeup before the show today, mate, so just looking your finest.
Yeah, mate, got a little bit of makeup on, so hopefully I'll come across a little bit clearer on the screen.
Yeah,
week,
good thing.
Mate, big weekend of footy action last weekend. A couple of games on Anzac Day. They went really well. They were well attended, which was fantastic. The first game we'll look at was played between Ballarat and East Point. Ballarat 11-18-84, defeated East Point 10-9-69. For Ballarat, Lachlan Cassidy kicked 3 goals and 2 goals to Will McGregor. For East Point, Jack Rommel kicked 2 goals. The better players for Ballarat, Adam Sewell, Luke Kennelly, Chris Proctor, Lachlan Cassidy. Better players for East Point, Jack Rommel, Brad Whitaker, Jonathan Lanyon, and also Sam Rommel. So, good start of the season with Ballarat. 2 games, 2 wins. They're going okay.
Yeah, they are. They have done well. They got a bit of a scare in this one. East Point came at them pretty hard at the end, but since Lockie Cassidy kicked a 70-metre torp or something like that on the quarter-time siren, Ballarat never really looked like losing the game, to be completely honest with you.
Look, at half time, East Point down by about 6 goals. So their second half was okay. They can take some positives out of that. But in saying that, though, they've played 2 games and had 2 losses, so a big game for them next week.
Yeah, they've got Sunbury next week, and that's going to be a huge game for them. It's their first home game next week, so they'll hopefully be looking to lift at home.
The other big game on Anzac Day, Shaun, was between Bacchus Marsh and Darley, the crosstown rivals. Bacchus Marsh have started the season very well. They were very competitive against North City last week and had a really good win on Anzac Day against Darley. Bacchus Marsh 10-14-74, defeated Darley 8-14-62. For Bacchus Marsh, Cam Richardson, Mitchell Subin and Trevor Hilton all kicked 2 goals. For Darley, Harley Inglis kicked 3 goals and Stephen Kennedy 2 goals. The better players, Bacchus Marsh, Cody Miller, Ben Peters, Bill Oakley and Tyson Shea. The better players for Darley, Stephen Kennedy, Reece Inglis, Darren Leonard and Anthony Chu. Now, Bacchus Marsh have been, I think, the surprise so far this season. They've actually got some footage from this game, Shawnee.
Yep, certainly have. It's playing as we speak now. Not just the game, but also the fantastic Anzac Day ceremony that was held before the game. Went for about 17 minutes. The RSL did a great job. The Darley and Bacchus Marsh footy clubs did a great job as well. And it seemed like all the Bacchus Marsh were there at the game as well. So great to see some of the footage. But then what followed, it was a really high standard footy game as well.
Now you see a fair amount of football thread each weekend. So far this season, has Bacchus Marsh been the biggest surprise for you, the way they performed?
Look, they have. I reckon they've been fantastic, the way that they've gone about it. They've changed their game completely from 2013, where 2013, especially towards the end of the year for Bacchus Marsh, was about getting numbers behind the footy and trying to clog it up. This year, they're still getting numbers behind the footy, but when they get the ball, they're running, they're spreading, they're doing all the right things. They've got the targeted centre-half forward in Cam Richardson we spoke about last week, who's really giving them something to kick to up there, and they've got the line breakers, which is really important for them as well. Guys like Deck Fireland and Logan Blundell running off half-back. Blundell playing as more of a defensive forward as well in recent weeks, so the difference is that they've got those runners, and they've got a big game coming up this week, their first home game for the season up against Lake Wendouree, and that's going to be an absolute ripple.
Right, we're here with Bacchus Marsh coach Cam Richardson straight after the Anzac Day win against Darley. Mate, congratulations on the win. Really good performance by your team.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. It was, the boys did really well. Darley came at us after we got the jump on them, and I was a bit worried how we go one-on-one. We had a few injuries. We had a fair few injuries, so we just had to tough it out one-on-one, and the boys stood up. So a lot of young blokes stood up, which is really impressive.
You took what you gained last week against North City and really built on it today, and in particular 2 of your young players in the last quarter, Logan Blundell and Deck Fireland, were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's Logan Blundell has the toughest role in our team. He does a lot of defensive work, and for him to be able to get on the other side and get on the end of some goals and some run and carry, it's just so impressive. I really take my hat off to him. He's just got the fitness and the speed to do it. His coach has let the team down, but he's doing well. Decky Fireland, best skills in the team, fittest bloke in the team. And defensively is where we've worked with him, and defensively he's killing them, so it's good.
We'll have to wrap it up, mate. The presentation's about to get underway, and we'll find the Anzac Day medalist. Cam Richardson, congratulations on your win, mate.
Thank you. Redan played Melton on the weekend. Shaun Redan 17-15, 1-17, defeated Melton 7-6-48 for Redan. Nathan Wright, their prize recruit from Carisbrook, kicked 6 goals. Bretton Reading kicked 4 and Daniel Colby kicked 3. For Melton, all individual goal kickers to Sharp, Knight, Butty, Murphy, Ramsey, Gale and Undy. Better players for Redan. Matthew Colbert started the season very well, this kid. He's a good player. Nathan Blomley, Dean Matthews and Daniel Colbert. For Melton, better players, their coach Brad Murphy, Ryan Davis, Andrew Barlett and Nicholas Gale. Look, Melton's third quarter was pretty good. They kicked 3 goals to Redan's 2. But apart from that, it was all Redan throughout the day, and that's why they've come away with a 70-point win. So that's Redan's first win for the season, a win they needed to have after their first round loss to North City.
Yeah, they did. And look, they did it in pretty emphatic style too. They had some players back. Ryan Wade back in the side. Brett Dickinson back in the side. Jarrett and Chris Giampolo are in the side as well. Chris just looked really smooth with the way that he moves. And listened to Eamon Gill and his coaching staff address the players after the game, and they were really happy with their first half. They said they got the job done in the first half. They did fade out a bit in the third quarter, but then 7 unanswered goals in the last quarter to ram it home as well and get Redan a really good first up win. Yeah. Dean Matthews is going to be a player. Geez, he was good on the weekend.
Yeah, I think we can't underestimate the players they were missing in the first round.
I agree.
Like we can say that you can't blame injuries or unavailabilities, but they had quite a few players missing against North City, so a true reflection in terms of how they're going was the weekend's performance.
And they were players that they helped structure back up on the weekend too. We know how crucial Ryan Wade is off half-back, how crucial Brett Dickinson is in the ruck, and then you had someone with the class of a Chris Giampolo, Jarrett Giampolo that can run as well. Dean Chester played in the 2, so he's starting to get some touch back as well, so don't write Redan off.
Sure. Now, Lake Wendouree took on Sebastopol at Marty Bush Reserve on Saturday afternoon. It was all Lake Wendouree from the opening bounce. Lake Wendouree 27-16, 178 defeated Sebastopol 4-8-32. For Lake Wendouree, Ben Hayes kicked 6 goals, 3 goals each to Andrew Pitson, Lucas Anderson, Tom Carey, 2 goals to Brent Olszewski, Angus Kirby and Tanner Robertson. For Sebastopol, Michael Powell kicked 3 goals, but the better players for Lake Wendouree, Angus Kirby, Ben Hayes, Ash Simpson and Matthew Tuminello. Better players for Sebas, Colby Snowden, Ross Benhenna, Dane Furness and Ben McLeod. Look, a really good performance from Lake Wendouree. Sebastopol were disappointing throughout the day. I think Lake Wendouree have had about 15 individual goal kickers, so certainly spread the load around. Ben Hayes was super across half forward, took some really good marks, but we can't forget about Michael Powell. He's kicked 3 goals. The supply wasn't down there at all. He took 2 hangers in the last quarter, 2 great marks.
When he was playing more on the ball too, and not up forward as well, so they had to move him in the middle.
So he was a real shining light for Sebastopol in what was a really disappointing day for the club. But Lake Wendouree have certainly improved this year. The younger players are playing well. They've got a bit more height down forward and also back. Lucas Hans has been a great addition to their forward line, and Tom Carey's a handy player that can swing backwards and forwards. So, and also Party Boy Pitson, who I know pretty well. He's had a good start of the season, Pito, so hopefully he can continue his form over the next few weeks.
Yeah, had a good game on the weekend, did the Party Boy, and I can't remember the last time Lake Wendouree won a game by 150 odd points. So really good signs for the Lakers. They're going places as well, and good to see Pito going on. I know I did speak to him pre-season. I said, "How'd you go in practice match?" He said, "I only had 6 kicks." I said, "Oh, you'll get better next time." He said, "But I kicked 6 goals." So
yeah,
he's never forward and comes
back.
He's
very confident young man.
He is.
He doesn't come across that way, but doesn't mind himself at all. So.
No, he's well and truly happy with himself.
He is, yeah. Mate, the last game we'll look at for the weekend was between Sunbury and Melton South. Sunbury 14-10-94 defeated Melton South 9-6-60. For Sunbury, Josh Bridges kicked 4 goals, Dylan Tarson kicked 3, and Matt Medcraft kicked 2. For Melton South, Simon Collins kicked 2 goals along with Brendan Hooper. The better players for Sunbury, Mitch Conn, Dylan Tarskin, Josh Burgess and Jack Land. For Melton South, better players, Reece Miles, Daniel Hillier and Simon Collis. Now, Mitch Conn and Dylan Tarskin, they're 2 young kids who have been the best 2 players for Sunbury the weekend. I think they both got the best in round 1 as well.
And they're both 16 years old.
We've spoken about the key losses for Sunbury, but certainly these kids have replaced those losses so far this season.
They have, and look, it's also some experienced heads in there. I had a chat with Rick Horwood at the Anzac Day game as well, and he was saying how good his experienced guys stood up in round 1. They did it again this week. David Kovacevic, Adam Short, Andrew Duhow, Matty Medcraft, guys like that are really leading the side well this year, and with a young side, you need those leaders in there to really steer them in the right direction. And they knew that this was going to be a difficult assignment. Melton South play their home ground well, and look, Melton South were right in this game up until 3/4 time. Yep. Sunbury kicked the first couple of goals in the last quarter, and from there on, it was all over under lights.
Very good. Now we'll move on to the ladder as it stands at the moment. Sean, you've got North City and Lake Wendouree, or North City on top with 12 points, 3 wins. Lake Wendouree in second. Ballarat, Sunbury and Bacchus Marsh in 3rd, 4th and 5th, all on 8 points. Inside the 6 is Melton on 4 points. Outside the 6 is Redan on 4 points. Then Darley, Melton South, East Point and Sebastopol all yet to record a victory so far this season. So, I mean, the ladder doesn't mean too much at this stage throughout the year, but as the season goes on, we'll talk more about the ladder and look at teams' runs. Teams might have a good run, so they might get a chance to win 3 or 4 games in a row. Look, Lake Wendouree got a pretty good month ahead of them.
They do.
I think they can really set their season up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Now, Shawnee, you wanted to talk about a young man from the Lake Wendouree Football Club, a guy that's he's well known around the footballing ranks, but also he's a well known Ballarat identity. We talk of the great Josh Gilbert, who's the
If you ask him, he's a well-known
Lake Wendouree stalwart, old Gilbo.
Look, the reason we're talking about Gilbo at the moment is because he's in charge of fines at the Lake Wendouree Footy Club, and we appreciate the fine system at footy clubs. In fact, we encourage blokes that if you want to tip anyone in to get some fines, media fines from the footy show, let us know, and we're more than happy to tip them in for you. But I'm not quite happy with the way Gilbo's been carrying himself. He's got the chest out when he talks about fines at the moment, and he's carrying very much an overlord persona about it. So I know our mate Scotty Carey's not all that happy with him, with some work that he's done with his employment where he's had to be on videos and he's copped a fine for it. So we thought we'd square up. We've got some footage here of Gilbo not really doing a heck of a lot in the twos game against Sebastopol on the weekend, as seems to be his want, but we thought we'd get Gilbo on here. And Gilbo, on behalf of the Lake Wendouree Football Netball Club, that's $10 for you, son.
Very good. Shawnee, that's a great way to finish the show off for the day, mates. How you going? How was your weekend?
Yeah, pretty good. Got out to some good footy and watched some good footy and netball on the weekend, so really looking forward to doing it again this week.
Very good. Thanks very much for joining us on the BFL Footy Show for another week. As we know, the show is proudly supported by McDonald's Ballarat and also Ballarat Toyota. For now, it's goodbye, and thanks for joining in.
Beautiful.